Territorial conflicts have long been a part of WolfQuest, but they've always been pretty limited. Even in Anniversary Edition, you can't start claiming territory until the winter season arrives, and then in the spring and summer, most packs are pretty busy with their young pups, so they don't have time to really focus on their territory. That is changing in the upcoming WolfQuest Saga. As the pups of the year grow bigger and stronger, the pack leaves the rendezvous site and becomes nomadic, following the elk herds. And at that point, the pack has more time and energy to strengthen and expand their territory, which means more conflict between packs. But as we started working on this, making the rival packs more aggressive and expansionist in the fall and winter seasons, Tommy pointed out that this also created opportunities to improve the gameplay around territorial conflict. So first, until now, rival packs would start weakening your claim on a territory hex just by being in it. For example, if they chased an elk herd from their territory into one of your hexes and then spent some time in it, they'd start weakening your claim. But now, rival packs must do deliberate invasions, specifically with the intent to take over one or more of your hexes. And so, when a rival pack invades one of your hexes, you'll be alerted with this icon and a smaller version of it on the compass, indicating which direction to go to find them. The hex itself is not highlighted on the world map. We decided that was just a little too much magical information, but it's pretty easy to tell with the other magical information you have about the hex strength and watching it fall pretty rapidly. Now, you don't have to respond. Maybe you don't care that much about that particular hex. Maybe you've got more critical things to deal with at the moment. It's up to you. But at least you get the information now, and you can make the best decision for yourself and your pack at that moment. So if you decide to respond, head over that way. I'm hoping to get there before they've actually taken it over. Snow is definitely slowing me down here. And can you tell who amongst us here in the pack are the yearlings and the pups of the year who get a little distracted now and then as they run along following the pack leaders? Note, if you decide not to go fight them over that hex, they will probably claim it and they'll be emboldened to move on and try to grab another hex of yours. Rival packs are quite aware of the strength of your territory, so if you keep those border hexes strong, they'll be less tempted to invade. A weak border is like an invitation. Hey, come on in. So, didn't quite get here before they stole our hex, but I bet we can still find them here, trying to beef up their claim on this hex. Here they are. An important point, in the past, rival packs have split into smaller groups to patrol their territory, and that does match how wolf packs behave in the summertime especially. But now, to better reflect actual wolf pack behavior in the fall and winter, packs move nomadically in those seasons as a single group. And don't worry, we are tuning these territorial fights accordingly. Now, of course, fair is fair, so if you invade another pack's hexes, they'll also evaluate the situation and decide whether or not to respond. They're more likely to respond if you invade a strong hex than a weak one, but beware, if you invade a rival pack's hex, whether or not they respond to that takeover attempt, they'll often invade your territory in return. So be careful if you don't want to start a pack war. Well, one tangential thing here, these little vertical health bars are what we settled on to give you an idea of the current health for the pups of the year, which when they're learning how to hunt or you're learning how to fight, it's important to keep an eye on their health. And so you can see that pop up when you look at them, and also in the elk hunt when they're biting elk. And if you see one's health getting dangerously low, you can woof at them to tell them to back off and find a safe place to stay back and observe the proceedings. They do have a survival instinct, but sometimes you don't want to rely on that. The pups here, it's deep winter, so they're 10, 11 months old and are pretty high in experience and confidence and eagerness to get into the fight. And we did it. We chased off Rescue Creek. That's right, you better run, Rescue Creek. We will show a notification here to confirm this, but we've chased them off the hex, and now we can reclaim it with a lot of howling and urination. So, we really like how this has turned out. I think many players are already treating territorial conflicts sort of like this, and now the game has a stronger realization of those conflicts. So while you're helping your pups of the year learn how to hunt elk, you'll also need to learn how to defend your own border hexes and perhaps conduct a few invasions yourself. All this is coming later this year as part of the WolfQuest Saga.